Robert J. Conley here, going live on YouTube and on Instagram. So my topic today is overcoming barriers to success, and this is going to seem tangential, but believe it or not, there's a connection here for me. This started with the sad passing of the one of the three astronauts who went to the moon, and his name was Mike Collins. And Mike Collins actually did not get to walk on the moon. He stayed in the the capsule that was orbiting the moon while the other two guys went down. So someone asked him, "Weren't you the loneliest guy in the universe?" And he said, "Oh, dear God, no. I had a happy home. I had hot coffee. I had music. I turned the thermostat to 72. It was harmonious, well laid out, and beautiful little home." And what struck me about that is that would be pretty much the definition of a living hell for me. I couldn't imagine being alone in that capsule. In no way could I imagine that being anywhere nearly an enjoyable thing. And so, there's a couple leaps here. I'm just going to share them. But anyway, recently I've also, a number of my clients, we're coming out of this COVID lockdown, and people have paid a price for being kind of in a similar situation. They've been in their own capsule. And for some people, it's been fine. For some, it's been truly awful. And people are disoriented. And it's a real thing. And so how do we start making progress, and how do we stay, some of us have been able to continue to be successful throughout. Some are starting over. So, let's start at the basics. First of all, I want to say to you, and this could be controversial, but I believe it. There's no such thing as unearned success. The only difference is some people earn it before they enjoy it and others afterwards. And take peace in that. Don't envy those who seem to have had instant success. This is for the 99% who earn their success before enjoying it. So your ability to earn success is dependent on the strength of your mind and your ability to endure pain and hardship. There's no success without that. Like I said, either before or after. But it's your ability to endure pain and hardship, fortitude. And people, when I use that word fortitude, people tend to have a limited view on what fortitude is. Fortitude, people will picture a soldier attacking a target, under withering enemy machine gun fire. And that could be an example of fortitude, but it could also be an example of foolishness or untethered fear or madness. And so what I want to do is give you some more texture to what fortitude looks like, and to reemphasize there's no payday without fortitude. You don't get paid for the idea. There are only rewards for finished projects and finished products and from satisfied customers. So getting to the finish line always requires enduring pain. Always. Like the big, some of these are old examples, but they're so observable that it's easy to use them, or it's convenient to use them. Microsoft was never once delivered a new software product on time. Never. And, customers endured the pain. Employees were in hell. It was always pain. Every single new airplane that's ever been built, especially military airplanes, they're always over budget. They're always behind schedule. The Hubble telescope. The Hubble telescope was defective, unbeknownst to anyone, until they tried to use it in outer space. It was defective. Fortunately, they could fix it, but it was defective. Every startup loses money before it makes money. Long successful companies go broke. It's endless. There's always pain. And so when we can accept that and move forward, we have a better shot. And what I want to do though is, once you can accept that, now enduring pain can become cease to be a passive activity, cease to be a victim thing. And your capacity to use your mind while enduring pain is the game changer. And you need to use your mind in the way that it's wired in order to function under stress. And you actually have little choice about how that is. And so there's also a lot of judgment around how others respond to pain, to suffering, and it can be somewhat it can make it worse. And so I just want to share a few quotes, and one of them is more likely to resonate with others. But these portray mindsets that can be a key to you enduring hardship. All right, so over the last 12 months, the overwhelming mindset has been outlast, outlast. Virgil was quoted as saying, "Every calamity can be overcome by endurance." And that's what we've been doing over the last 12 months. So, endurance is just that thing. Just keep going, just persevere. And so that has been the overwhelming tool of our society over the past 12 months. But now it's time to take some other approaches. I'm going to go to Albert Einstein now. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Now, this isn't about blaming anyone on creating COVID, but it's just to think that, we're in a certain set of problems and we now need to examine our own, to think about our thinking and to see if that's serving and to see if that's moving forward. And so, examine the processes, examine just our frames of reference, and we can start making solutions and coming out of pain and suffering. And it's a step away also from just merely enduring. The next tactic that we can use or strategy is to outwit, is to be creative. Critical thinking and curiosity are the key to creativity. Now that was from Amala. I know I'm gonna screw up her name, but Amala Akkineni. She's an Indian actress, and I think this is a brilliant quote. Critical thinking and curiosity are the key to creativity. So again, we take our, we talked about the thinking aspect. That's a step. Now add curiosity, which means scanning for new ways of doing things and coming up with new creative ways to approach all kinds of different ways of life. In other words, also engage our intuition. And then my last way to start doing this is just to start coming out of it and overcoming barriers of success is one that is tried and true. It's what every sports team uses, and it's tried and true, and it's outperform. And so Alice Walker is an American novelist, and she said, the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. And so at this point in time, we can think, we can be creative. We've been enduring. We can now think, we can be creative, and now we can also perform. Remember, you have the power. Remember that you always have power. And some of your power this past year has been to not act. Your power now is to act. It's to reconnect. It's to go out anywhere, make contact, engage people. That will be a huge step in you identifying new opportunities and in just enjoying life. And so now's the time to put yourself in motion. And it can be, it will be in motion that you will now start experiencing new levels of success, new levels of happiness, and you can start enjoying life again. I'm Robert J. Conley. That's what I've got for you today, and I appreciate you watching. Take care.